Time to welcome in Linda Sullivan Fatata, running for mayor of Utica on the Fix Utica ticket. Explain the Fix Utica party, Linda. What's up with that?
Wow.
What needs fixing now? Come on now.
Well, that was my own, when you pick a third-party line, you pick your own name. And to me, it's not just fixing things, it's fixing the feel, the trust that the government has with the citizens. And this election's become more than just infrastructure and downtown and lofts. To me, it's become almost a question of character between the incumbent and myself.
And you spent some time in City Hall, so do you feel there's a disconnect there?
Yes, I do. And the more I go door to door and talk to different groups of people, the more that confirms my opinion that people are not comfortable going to City Hall and feeling like they're going to help them.
Mm-hmm.
They know that's a place to complain. They know it's a place that can get you in trouble, but they don't feel that it's a place to get help. Mm-hmm. And that's what I would like it to feel.
What issue do you have with the character of the incumbent?
Well, the character, to me, what's most important in my life, and I haven't said this yet during the campaign, but it's God and family and loyalty. And when I watched him, and I've seen him do a lot of things that I feel don't fit with that, but when I watched him take away the health insurance of police officers injured in the line of duty, not just sitting at home injured, but injured in the line of duty and their families, that to me was just a person without conscience. Those are our first responders. Have we forgotten what police officers face every day? There's almost a war on them in some parts of this country. And, you can say that they get a lot of benefits, but if you're injured in the line of duty, and it's a practical thing too, are they going to put their lives on the line every day if they know their whole family can go without health insurance should they get hurt? To me, that's breaking a trust.
Your thoughts on our current public safety situation here in the city?
Well, the police department is doing the best with what it has. And they do write grants within the police department. We don't have a city grants writer. But they do write grants within the police department, and they do try to get some funding. They could be helped greatly with a city grant writer. They do the best they can. But there's much more we could do. They say violence is down, but gunshots fired, maybe the people aren't dying, but they're still going to the hospital.
True.
Shots fired, when you have a kid after a prom getting shot, you have parents having to worry about Oneida Square with shots flying. To me, there's a problem that if we're not willing to admit we have a problem here, we can't fix it. We can't gloss over it.
Okay. How about Hotel Utica? That seems to be finally emerging from the shadows here after many, many years. You're smiling, Linda. Why are you smiling,
Well, I don't
Linda?
think Hotel Utica would have been an issue at all if I didn't come out and say weeks ago that I was going to foreclose on it. And I still don't believe that there's a real developer that's going to take it over, but it's a perfect time to say there is.
Well, it's an Albany developer.
Yes,
they said
it
that,
is.
although they did not name the developer
No, they didn't.
in the article.
No, they didn't, and you can't speak with them. And we had a sale on the books not too long ago that fell through in the 11th hour. So, I'll believe it when I see it, when I see that the owners are willing to sell it for a fair price. But I would like nothing more than to stop paying that bill. That's the whole purpose of me saying I would foreclose. We have to stop paying that bill.
Talking to Linda Sullivan Fatata here on the Talk of the Town.
And with that, if you did foreclose, if you were in that position, what would be your next step?
Oh, I would immediately market it. There's all kinds.
Don't want to hang on to it, huh?
Oh, absolutely not. Because it's got to be more than a hotel. It's got to be a mixed-use business. It's got to be shops and offices, hotel, and maybe lofts on the top floor. That's happening all over this country. If you Google it, you'll see hotels all over this country that are big and have a unique character to them, changing what they once were into a mixed-use substance.
What else would you fix on the Fix Utica ticket that you're running on?
I would fix the neighborhoods. The neighborhoods West Utica is a wasteland. The streets over there are ignored. The housing stock is horrendous. We've quit our rental rehabilitation program, so nobody's fixing up the properties because they have no help. The neighborhoods need help. Downtown is great. I'm happy what's going on downtown, and I wouldn't stop it. But you cannot ignore the neighborhoods and the everyday people that are not going to eat dinner at Ocean Blue every night, that are not going to make it down to all your cafes. because they're losing their houses. They have to spend all their money to keep their houses going. The streets are horrible. They feel forgotten by City Hall. That is going to seep into the other parts of your city. You don't want your nano people seeing that that's the way you treat some of these neighborhoods. You have to get a housing program going. You have to give incentives to buy houses here in Utica. That's what you're going to need for these nano people.
I think you make a good point in this sense that, we brought this up many times throughout the show that, the neighborhoods are starting to break up and really shine with their own identities to try to get the community involved again with, I mentioned Bags Square Association and that area, Oneida Square area, downtown itself. North Utica kind of has its own identity.
Yeah, it definitely
East
does.
Utica has its own identity. And it seems like West Utica, and the folks are, echoing that, I think, there. That
the Brewery District or Varick Street, what do you call it if you're in charge there?
If I'm in charge, I think Brewery District. It's a proud history we have. And just as an aside, the gondola idea, if that doesn't fly, what about a trolley idea?
Yeah,
That's what I brought up.
Jay
We've
brought it
had,
up, too.
oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I thought of that.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah. maybe not, and maybe not so much on the idea. The old trolley system ran on the electric
track,
yeah,
right?
Right. But we were talking earlier this morning, Samantha and I, off the air about the idea of making it it look like a trolley, and
Right.
they have it that runs on four wheels like a bus.
Yes.
But maybe
But not the stigma of riding the bus.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Image
more
is everything.
exciting to be on a trolley. And it picks up on our heritage of being a long brewery area.
All right.
I like that idea.